Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll have lounge passes for a special artist that we'll give you at the end of music entertainment news. So hang out, some free passes into our lounge, which is right behind us. Very exclusive show coming up, but we'll do that after music entertainment news. You know, we were out a few days. It was unplanned, and we have to catch up on something that was it's pretty monumental. We have to pour one out for a couple artists, and we'll start with
How do I say goodbye?
One that was while we were out, which is the great Diane Keaton. Passed away at the age of 79, and apparently she was very healthy, but some kind of illness, it hasn't been announced yet, really caused her to go down fast, and she passed away, and it's really sad. Might know her best from the Godfather movies. She was in all three of them as Mikey's wife, and also a myriad of other movies like Father of the Bride.
Oh my gosh, so incredible in Father of the Bride. She's actually in one of my absolute favorite Christmas movies, The Family Stone. I love that movie.
Yeah, she was in so much stuff. Something Gotta Give. Just amazing actress, and it was really sad that she passed away. And I guess Case will, we're in the middle of spooky month here, where Case will start doing scary movies on Friday for his 8 o'clock review. I don't think she's been in a scary movie. So, what do you have coming up this Friday? Do you already have a pick?
It's Child's Play this Friday.
Oh, Child's Play, Chucky.
Yeah, he's never done that. So
people don't know that she voiced Chucky.
No, as I look through her IMDb, it's funny because that's one of those names that she obviously had an incredible career, but I've seen none of these movies. I can't give justice to her other than the fact that she's the voice in Finding Dory, not Finding Nemo. I haven't seen Finding Dory.
She's Dory's mother.
Oh man,
she's Dory's mother.
I haven't seen that.
So that's great. Also, one of my favorite Christmas movies is The Family Stone, and she's the mother in that. Amazing. But probably my favorite movie she's in is The First Wives Club. Do you remember that movie?
I do. Yep.
Oh my God. So I actually think Case would love that movie.
Oh, I do love wives.
Because you also you kind of like the chick flick vibe.
I do.
I think you'd be super into it. I do.
A lot of Gilmore Girls going on in my studio apartment.
That's what
lately.
I mean. You'd actually be super into The First Wives Club. You really would.
All right, I like that.
I mean, pardon me for this description, but it's three sassy broads. You got.
Hey, say less. I'm in.
You got Bette Midler, you got Goldie Hawn, you got Diane Keaton. They're a hoot. They are.
It really is. So, Case, it's about. They're literally the first wife. So it's about kind of the cliche. They get a little older. Their husbands get a divorce to marry young women. And they're interacting with those young women, like Sarah Jessica Parker's up there. It's hilarious. It's so good.
Okay.
And please don't miss Elizabeth Berkley from Saved by the Bell as one of those younger wives that they marry in there. From Showgirls and Saved by the Bell.
A name I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar with either Saved by the Bell or Showgirls. I'm sure we'll knock out Showgirls at some point for the show.
Showgirls has to be one of the movies you do down the road.
Maybe we should do pick months where Brian gets a full month and I get a full month.
I'm down.
Because Showgirls will be in there for Brian.
What would you do then on your first for the month?
My first for the month? That would be tough because Mummy would have been, but he did that. I made him do it.
I did the Mummy.
I put a gun to his head the second week he was doing this.
So Diane Keaton, rest in peace. And again, if she just did The Godfather, she would have been remembered forever.
I was going to say, I like that the text line's chiming in because they're right that I haven't seen The Godfather, and we're talking about First Wives Club as the movie that I should watch instead.
Yeah, I mean, it really should be with her, The Godfather, but then again, maybe there's an anniversary of The Godfather coming up at some point to be better, more appropriate.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure it falls at some point in the calendar.
It's arguably the greatest movie of all time, without question, by a lot of polls.
I've heard good things.
Well, sadly, we got to pour one out again. So Diane Keaton, these are things we missed while we were out a few days. This actually is more like in the last 24 hours this news broke.
How do I say goodbye?
Grammy-winning soul pioneer D'Angelo died yesterday after what his family called a prolonged and courageous silent battle with pancreatic cancer. I'm sorry. He was 51 years old. He was only 51. And you go back to the song Brown Sugar 30 years ago when he had hit the R&B scene, if you will. And I hear this song and I think one thing. Well, first, let's listen to a little bit of it, and then I'll give my thoughts. But
The way that we kiss isn't like any other way that I be kissing when I'm kissing what I'm missing. Won't you listen? Brown sugar, babe.
Oh.
I guess high up your love, I don't know how to behave.
we listened a little bit of this. Rest in peace, D'Angelo. He was gifted. Now, Kenzie, you tell me if this number is low or high, okay? Mm-hmm. The amount of babies conceived to D'Angelo's music has to be 10,000.
I would say that's good. I'd say that's accurate information.
But I think if I said 100,000, that could also be okay.
You could talk me into 100,000.
Yeah, because there's no one that didn't at some point.
It depends how you classify it. Because it may have started on his song, but didn't end on his song.
I mean, it was a playlist and it went like to Limp Bizkit.
It rolled. The song rolled into a different song.
I don't know. I think if his music had to be on a top 5 of all playlists of romantic to get it onto. And I thought 10,000 kids are probably out there because of him, possibly. But it could be 100. It could be 1 million.
It could be 1 million.
Could I talk you into 1 million?
You could talk me into 1 million because I sit here going, oh, man, I've never fornicated to D'Angelo before. Maybe I should.
I think you should.
Well, the thing is that even though he's gone, his count will continue. And that's what matters.
Well, in fact, when someone passes, they always go up on their Spotify stream, so it's going to be more. It's going to go more.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
God, I've been making out to the Smiths like an idiot. I should be listening to D'Angelo.
That's depressing.
Next time Case gets to sleep with somebody, which who knows, but you know what I mean? He'll put this on.
Just have that
wedding night.
That playlist better be ready. Just get it going.
That could be anyone's guess, but
I'll alert the townspeople when it happens. I'll write it on horseback.
Post it on the crew members.
All right, so sadly, 2 great losses, but someone that didn't pass away but certainly got in some trouble was Alec Baldwin, who always seems to get in trouble every about 4 or 5 months. So
complicated legacy. He's really the O.J. Simpson of our times.
But at the same time,
I feel like it's gotten worse too. I'm like, he's running into a lot. Like it was like a lot of success. This is the downward roller coaster, Bert.
So police addressed the cause of Alec Baldwin and Stephen Baldwin's car accident, his brother. Before we even get to that, I think it's hilarious that these guys are grown-ass men, and they were in the car together. And I don't know if you're like me, but with the Baldwin brothers, there's 4 of them. So you've got 4 Baldwin. You got Stephen, William, Daniel, and Alec. I picture them always together in a car, like wherever they're going, like a clown car.
They're grown men.
And they're all in their 60s or 50s or whatever. But I just pictured that they're always together as the Baldwins. And all of them have had, pretty good success. I mean, Alec's the most successful with 30 Rock and all the movies, The Departed, everything. But Stephen Baldwin was in The Usual Suspects. One of the greatest movies of all time, has to be on your list at some point. But when I looked that up, I forgot. So Usual Suspects came out 30 years ago in 1995. The movie he did next was Biodome with Pauly Shore in 96.
That's a tough one.
By the way, great movie.
I don't know if it is. I haven't seen it, but I doubt it is.
But critics aren't going to call it great like they called The Usual Suspects. So Stephen Baldwin was in the car, but this is Alec Baldwin describing the situation on what happened in the accident. He was driving his wife's car. So this is Alec Baldwin saying what happened.
This morning I was in this car accident. A guy cut me off in a truck. Big garbage truck. I mean, a garbage truck the size of a whale. Never seen a garbage truck. It must have been something commercial for like taking away material from construction or something. It was the biggest garbage truck I've ever seen. Anyway, to avoid hitting him, I hit a tree. I hit a big fat tree and crushed my car, my wife's car. But it's all fine, and I'm fine, and my brother's fine, and blah-bitty-blah. My wife's car is pretty smashed up. Big tree, big fat tree.
Is he doing Trump? He's doing a Saturday Night Live Trump impersonation?
I think he did it so long he started to become him.
Oh my God.
Play that again. I want you to describe the truck as a whale one more time.
This morning I was in this car accident. A guy cut me off in a truck. Big garbage truck. I mean, a garbage truck the size of a whale. Never seen a garbage truck. It must have been something commercial for like taking away material from construction or something. It was the biggest garbage truck I've ever seen. Anyway, to avoid hitting him, I hit a tree. I hit a big fat tree and crushed my car, my wife's car. But it's all fine, and I'm fine, and my brother's fine, and blah-bitty-blah. My wife's car is pretty smashed up. Big tree, big fat tree.
Big fat tree, totally
Big
huge.
fat tree. Everything was. How come everything there was the biggest he's ever seen? Biggest tree, biggest garbage truck. I can't believe I'm alive.
He said it must have been a commercial garbage truck. It was so big.
I mean, it was a garbage truck and it was a tree. That's it.
It was the size of a whale.
Aren't you expecting to be like, the hookers got out fine? I feel like he's covering something else up.
Well, this gives us an excuse to play the old Alec Baldwin rant. And I love this when we do the older audio that was iconic because a lot of our listeners, new younger people may not have heard this ever.
His daughter thinks it's super iconic and great.
Yeah, his daughter was like 13.
And Ireland has turned out just fine.
She's just fine. And he was mad. He was in the middle of a divorce at this time, and he was mad at his daughter. So he called from another location, as you'll find out in the clip, and was mad at his daughter. And here it is.
I am going to get on a plane, and I'm going to come out there for the day, and I'm going to straighten your ass out when I see you. Do you understand me? I'm going to really make sure you get it. Then I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to come home. So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
To replay this message.
That's the guy that got divorced? No way.
Shocking.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, damn if that didn't get me in the mood for Twisted. Let me tell you, that's sublime, closing out Q101's Twisted 2025. And, maybe you've been pretty hectic lately, a lot of stuff going on. So let's let you know what's going on with Twisted and why you need to be there any one of the nights or all 4 nights. You can decide when we lay this out for you. So start off with night 1, which is less than 2 months away now. Q101 Twisted Night 1 is Tuesday, December 9th at the Aragon with AJR, Wet Leg, and Out in Front. And AJR, it's their first Twisted ever. They're a veteran of Picnic they've played, performed in front of a sold-out Tinley Park crowd in July. So let me figure that out. About 28,000 people in Tinley Park. Everybody's going to have to really get together at the Aragon, like shoulder to shoulder, make room, because it's going to be tight in there. Okay, basically all 28,000 are not going to be able to get in the Aragon.
To say the least.
To say the least. So that's why this is exclusive. You'll never see AGR in a venue this size before again. So get a ticket, Q101.com. They're all available right now. Wet Legs returning to Twisted for the first time since opening for Jack White in 2022. That was awesome. Their new album, Moisturizer, is out now, featuring the single Catch These Fists.
And I'll just say, I missed Wet Leg, but they played the Salt Shed last month, and I didn't have an opportunity to go to it. And their new album is one of the best I've heard this year. I like it more than the new Turnstile album.
What?
I know. I think that Wet Leg record is absolutely amazing. And a lot of those songs, the first time I heard it, I had in my mind, even before I knew they were playing Twisted this year, of, oh, man, I'd really like to hear that song in a packed venue. I would like to sing along in a crowd to that song. And Wet Leg has a bunch of those on the new album. So if you like the first one, I think the second one is even better. And that is maybe the set throughout all 4 of these shows that I'm most excited about.
In case you manifested this.
I did manifest it. I said 369, bring Wet Leg to the Aragon, or whatever method it is that you do.
Yeah.
369?
Isn't that what it's called, Kenzie?
There's a 369 method. He's not doing the song like 369, damn, you fight. That's not what he meant.
That's what I thought he was doing.
I was not doing that. I don't know what that is.
One more time.
I'm
No, that's not.
unfamiliar.
I knew Brian heard that, and yes, that's
But
fine.
what's the thing you do where you say something like 3 times and then 6 times, then 9 times,
There's
and it
a-
happens? What do you do?
It's like how many times you write it with intention, the 369 method. You can look it up. 369 method for manifestation. It's about writing it down.
See, I just thought if you keep complaining and that's how you manifest.
Brian bitches and he gets that confused for manifestation a lot.
I don't have $1 million. Damn it! Why don't I have $1 million? Why do they have $1 million?
But
That won't do it.
I want to see Wet Leg at the Aragon, so this worked out great for me. Thank you, Kenzie, for the 369.
You're welcome. Damn, you fine.
And that's just night 1.
More time.
How about night 2, which is Wednesday, December 10th at the Aragon? Cake and Miles Smith, and they're both doing headline sets. So Miles Smith, one of the biggest artists in the world right now, only his 4th concert in Chicago overall, his first time at the Aragon. And then you get Cake Legends to perform together, both with full headline sets. That's night 2. You get night 3, Third Eye Blind, Yellow Card, and The Paradox. So Third Eye Blind making their triumphant return to Twisted after playing Twisted 5 and 98. I was there. Have not played the Aragon since 98. So that's going to be a real exclusive, cool revisit. I'm sure Stephen Jenkins, so good with words and reminiscing that I think he's going to describe the Aragon for about maybe 30 minutes on stage before he plays some song. Check it out, everybody. Look at it. Look up at the ceiling. This is amazing. This is unbelievable. Check out the stars. It's so cool. I remember playing here in 98. Then, yellow card, first time playing indoors in Chicago since their reunion at Riot Fest 2022. Interesting fact there, Riot at Northerly. And then the Paradox, touted as one of the most exciting up-and-coming bands by Green Day and Blink. They were at Riot Fest. Lauren has a great interview up with Paradox on our YouTube channel. That's a fun night 3. Not to be outdone, to close it out, we just played Sublime. That's the party night, night 4, and there can't be a better band than Sublime with Soul Coughing and One for the Ditch. With Dermot Mulroney, that's the actor Dermot Mulroney, you might remember from My Best Friend's Wedding and Young Guns. And he played last year, Save the Day. And he's going to play every year now. It's a rule. He's got like a 100-year contract with Twisted.
It's true.
So Sublime on Friday, December 12th, when we can just really let loose. We, meaning us, don't have to worry about getting up next morning. So we're going to drink. Well, I'm going to drink. I don't know if you guys are confirming. Are you going to drink, Kenzie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good. I want to make sure I'm not the only one drinking.
Oh, yeah. No, you won't be. I mean, you're going to drink more for sure.
Correct.
Okay.
But that is all the lineup, 4 nights. Now, you can go all 4 nights. There's a 20% off super ticket while supplies last. Get to one of the nights, get to all of them. We want to see you. It's our Christmas party with you. So join us. Q101's Twisted 2025. Tickets available at Q101.com. Chance at $1,000 is coming up in 6 minutes to buy all your Twisted tickets. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Plus the announcement we had this morning of a broadcast we're doing on the streets next week. We'll tell you where that is and why. After Jet.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And what are you taking away from today's show? 312-591-8300. Texting your takeaway right now. Something that was memorable to you on today's show. That's what a takeaway is. 312-591-8300. Are you reading a takeaway already, Kenzie?
Yes. I don't know if you wanted me to read it or not, though.
You can read one right now if you want to. You see, you're laughing.
Dodger Boy said atoms are like nachos because they have the nucleus.
That's a perfect good takeaway to start things off. So text in right now, 312-591-8300. We have a chance at $1,000 in 120 seconds. $1,000. But first, we made a big announcement this morning in the 6 o'clock hour that we will be on the streets, Brian and Kenzie doing a broadcast next week. So next week we start God Bless the Gravy, which is our benefit for the Greater Chicago Food Depository. We do it every year. Last year you helped us set a record, saving lives without question. And more importantly, well, I guess there's nothing more important than saving a life, but feeding thousands of people that cannot eat during the holiday season. They do such a great job. And one thing to note here when we say Greater Chicago Food Depository is they distribute the food to 200 to 300 food banks in anywhere you can hear our voice. It could be 100 miles from downtown, and that goes to the food banks there. Whatever they have left over, they send it out. So you're feeding our entire area, Chicago land, not just Chicago.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now what we're going to do, starting next week, it'll be online as usual, but we're also doing a broadcast to get it going at Alexander's in St. Charles next Friday. That's Friday, October 24th, 6 to 10 a.m. We're on the streets.
Well, we're in the restaurant. We get to go inside.
Yeah, we're inside. We'll be inside with you, eating, drinking, and
we decided
broadcasting.
To post up right outside this restaurant.
Yeah, whatever street's out in front will be on that street, broadcasting live.
Inside Alexander's in St. Charles. There's more than one, so that's why we're kind of pounding that.
Yep.
So excited to announce, the Karis Restaurant Group as our partners this year. So that restaurant group, it probably, rings a familiar bell because they have Rookies, Village Squire, Old Republic, and of course, Alexander's, the breakfast spot. So it really worked for us to do the morning show broadcast there. We're like, boom, it's open, baby. But a little teaser, there's going to be lots of God Bless the Gravy, appearances that we're going to be doing amongst a bunch of those different restaurant locations. So keep your ears open wide for that.
Keep your ears open wide. Don't close your ears.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Keep them up.
So the broadcast, the two big broadcasts we do every year are St. Patty's Day and the Cubs opening day, which we love seeing you, and it's phenomenal. We're adding to the mix now. We're getting out more. So this is great. Next Friday, Alexander's in St. Charles. Is it bad that I have the menu open right now of the place?
Oh, it's so good. It's such a good menu.
So There's something called Biscuit Love, which is biscuits and gravy with chicken on it.
Yeah.
I need that right now. I don't know if I can wait till next Friday.
So one thing they're also really known for is, and this is one of my husband's favorite thing, is they have French toast where they use the banana bread as the toast. So it's banana bread that they then turn into the French toast, and it's so good.
That's not fair.
It's really good.
Can I give the description of Biscuit Love?
Yes.
For $16.99, you get our freshly baked biscuits split open with fried chicken tenders and cheddar jack cheese, smothered in sausage gravy, and your choice of eggs and a potato, all mixed in there together.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
If I eat that at 6 a.m., the broadcast is going to be over. I'm taking a nap right after. I mean, I'll be asleep by 6:15 with a big ass smile on my face. So join
it's all
us.
so good.
You can start testing Alexander's before we get there next Friday. Go out there, get breakfast there if you haven't. And St. Charles, go check it out. And we'll be there next Friday. So join us.
Now, it's your chance to win $1,000 with $5K a day. Message and data rates apply. Please don't text and drive.
Q101.
Well, we hope if you win the $1,000 right here, you donate some of it to Greater Chicago Food Depository to God Bless the Gravy. It'd be nice, but you keep a lot of it for yourself. $5K a day, sponsored locally by Woldheist Farms, Sunrise Greenhouse. They're amazing people. Here's the deal. We have a side piece text number. You can only go to this one, 95819, and we'll give you the keyword loot, L-O-O-T. As in $1,000 is a lot of loot. 95819, text loot right now. We'll text you back to confirm your entry. Dated messaging rates may apply. Please don't text and drive, especially with this rain out there. You can wait 10 minutes. It's not a race. Just text it when you get to wherever you're going, and you'll be good. 95819, text loot for your chance at $1,000. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Get to your takeaways after Fallout Boy.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren's on her way in, take you through this gloomy Wednesday. But remember, tomorrow, Ticket Blitz Thursday, we'll launch it at 8 a.m. Adam Sandler tickets for the Madhouse. So every hour starting at 8 a.m. So we'll have it at 8 and 9. Lauren will have them at 10 all the way through her show, and then Brian Phillips. So Adam Sandler tickets every hour tomorrow. Ticket Blitz Thursday starting at 8. You got your takeaway set up here. So, Case, what do you got from our listeners?
Takeaway from Matt in Crown Point, Guam or Idaho, those are your only options.
Yep, pretty good options. Pretty different. Kenzie, what do you got?
Takeaway from John. Today we learned the new U.S. state, Oklahoma.
And finally from Marshall, takeaway. Boppity bop, Alec Baldwin hit a big fat tree.
This morning I was in this car accident. A guy cut me off in a truck, big garbage truck. I mean, a garbage truck the size of a whale. I've never seen a garbage truck. It must have been something commercial for like taking away material from construction or something. It was the biggest garbage truck I've ever seen. Anyway, to avoid hitting him, I hit a tree. I hit a big fat tree and crushed my car, my wife's car. But it's all fine, and I'm fine, and my brother's fine, and boppity bop. My wife's car is pretty smashed up. Big tree, big fat tree.
Really huge, a big fat tree.
Really big tree.
Oh, my God.
Biggest I've seen.
What is on the podcast, Case?
Well, Brian returned from the hospital. We talked about why we were gone on Monday and Tuesday, and we did apologize for it. Kenzie returned to Clash with Kenzie, and we did learn of a new state, that state being Oklahoma. That happened in Clash with Kenzie today. It is Wednesday, so there's a new head-to headlines involving parents leaving a teenager on the interstate with a bag of handguns. And we talked a lot about Alec Baldwin's car crash and why he might be the funniest man to ever live based on that video alone.
Got a bonus takeaway here from Heather and Kenzie. You remember hanging out with Heather in London because Monday when the Bears played Monday Night Football, that was the actual day a year ago that we were in London watching the Bears win there, and then they won here. But Heather says, and she was on that trip, and all our listeners going on trips, we have some special plans coming up in 2026 for more trips. But she says, hi, guys, it's Heather from the London trip. Can you give us an anniversary shout-out to my husband, Jeff? Married 20 years today.
Woo!
20 years.
Congratulations.
How about that? Congratulations, you crazy kids.
I know, they should be on like a vacation or something right now.
Should be, we'll go to London maybe, go do another one. Congratulations. Appreciate everybody listening today.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.